Welcome to our channel, where you can find the dramatic, shocking, and unforgettable developments from the hit TV series Beyond the Gates. Every week, we bring you the mysterious stories, hidden truths and dark conspiracies behind the luxurious gates of Fairmont Crest, a seemingly perfect wealthy community that hides a series of deadly secrets. And this week, a shocking incident has shaken the entire community. Anita was arrested in front of the media, at the center of an unsolved murder case. Chaos erupted right in the heart of Fairmont Crest, a place that has always been peaceful and splendid with luxurious villas, towering iron gates and perfectly trimmed trees. On that seemingly normal morning, a series of police cars braked right in front of the Dupree family's entrance. Flashing red and blue lights flashed across the yard, and the shrill wail of sirens shattered the silence. No one could have predicted what was about to happen. The front door swung open, and within minutes, Anita was handcuffed by the police. Let out before the astonished eyes and a series of cameras aimed at her. The press poured in like a whirlwind. Neighbors crowded outside the gate, whispering, pointing, and filming every second of a moment that no one believed could be real. Anita was charged with involvement in the suspicious death of a former maid who had worked in her home, an ordinary, almost anonymous woman, but a key piece in the dark picture behind the Dupree family. The death was initially ruled an accident from falling down the stairs. But subsequent leaks, particularly the victim's earlier threat to reveal shocking secrets about the Dupree family's past, made it impossible for investigators to ignore. As a new investigation quietly unfolded, troubling signs began to emerge: inconsistent statements, witnesses who suddenly changed their tune, and especially a series of strange actions from Anita herself immediately after the incident. Nicole, Anita's daughter, was stunned to hear of her mother's arrest. To her mother was not only a symbol of success, independence, and strength, but also a lifelong support. Although Nicole had long sensed that there was something sinister behind the flawless facade her mother always maintained, she never suspected that the woman could be involved in a death. And now, suspicion has become an inevitable nightmare. Nicole must face the reality, trust her instincts, that Anita is innocent, or accept the horrifying possibility that her own mother has killed someone who knew too many secrets. The case becomes increasingly complicated as key witnesses disappear or fall silent. A neighbor heard arguing on the night of the murder suddenly moves away in the middle of the night without saying goodbye. A former colleague of the maid refuses to talk to the police after receiving a strange call in the middle of the night. The victim's work files are mysteriously missing, and her medical records, which should have provided vital information, are suddenly sealed for legal reasons and have not been released. The deeper Nicole digs, the more she is drawn into a web of secrets, lies, and manipulation. The furtive notes left by the maid in the old room, the crumpled pieces of paper in the trash, the strange calls to the house phone, all lead to a terrifying hypothesis: someone wants to silence the victim before the truth is revealed. And that person could be Anita. But if Anita was really involved, why did she risk exposing her tracks? Why didn't she run away? Why didn't she hide? Why did she still appear publicly at community meetings, still organize events, still maintain the image of a model woman? Was she so confident that no one could harm her? Or did she know that she was just a pawn in a larger game, where power, fame, and money could sway both truth and justice? Nicole couldn't sleep. She dug through every old news report, every recording, every message the maid had sent her secretly, the warnings she had ignored, the distress signals she had considered annoying. Each new discovery pushed her further away from believing in her mother's innocence. But on the other hand, she also felt clearly that someone else was pulling the strings in the dark. A force strong enough to scare people into silence, smart enough to erase their traces and leave nothing but suspicion behind. The investigation dragged on for days, then weeks. Anita remained absolutely silent, refusing all questioning, all opportunities to defend herself. Her lawyer, a familiar face in political and legal circles, kept up the pressure on the investigating agencies, accusing the police of violating personal rights, the press of distorting the truth, and manipulating public opinion. But no matter how hard she tried, the truth became increasingly clear. Either Anita was the mastermind, or she knew exactly who had caused the death, and was trying to protect them at all costs. Nicole was torn between family and morality. She could no longer trust anyone, nor did she dare speak to anyone in the community. Those who had been close to her became cold and wary. Every glance was filled with suspicion. Every greeting was full of hidden meaning. She was isolated in what had once been her safe home. But it is in solitude that Nicole becomes more sober than ever. She knows that she must get to the bottom of the truth, even if it means confronting the person who gave birth to her. The end is not yet here. The veil of secrecy surrounding the maid's death has not been fully lifted. The missing pieces, the vague details, the distorted testimonies, all are waiting to be connected into a complete picture. And Nicole, with all her pain, doubt and determination, will be the one to lead the way to the final truth. The story continues with unpredictable twists and turns. And we will continue to update you with the hottest developments of Beyond the Gates in the upcoming episodes. Stay tuned. And don't forget to follow and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any shocking details. See you in the next newsletter.